Stablecoin looping is a powerful way to generate substantial yield in DeFi with very low risk. That is what we're getting into in today's video. I'm going to show you some examples and a step-by-step tutorial. So as always, guys, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button below. Make sure to subscribe. We're on the road to our first 100K subscribers, and grab your free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin waiting for you in the description. And let's get straight into it. Okay, so what is stablecoin looping at a fundamental level? I think you need to understand what is happening under the hood first and foremost, if you don't already. But effectively, what we're doing with stablecoin looping is we're taking advantage of interest rate arbitrage between what we're getting paid for supplying a collateral asset on a lending and borrowing protocol versus what we are paying to borrow a debt side asset. And ultimately, what we're doing is we're able to supply a stable coin or a yield bearing stable coin like Syrup USDC, and we get paid, for example, 6% interest for supplying it. We are getting paid that 6%. Whereas on the borrow side, what we're able to do is we're able to borrow USDC, for example, and pay 4% interest for borrowing that particular stablecoin, but we're then able to take the borrowed USDC in order to loop up or increase or multiply our exposure to the collateral side asset to further increase the yield we're getting paid. So we can clearly see there is a 2% delta or difference between the 6% we're earning on the supply side versus the 4% we're paying on the borrow side. And that is the delta that we are looping up or multiplying our exposure to. And this is the crux of the stablecoin looping strategy. Okay, thankfully in DeFi, there are a number of different protocols that allow us to take advantage of these looping strategies in a very seamless manner. Effectively, they automate the looping process for us. Of course, you can do this manually yourself by supplying the asset, borrowing the debt asset, and then manually going and buying more Syrup USDC and repeating the process 3, 4, 5, 6 times. But many different protocols allow us to automate or at least semi-automate this process. And I'm going to show you some examples here. Okay. First of all, if I jump over here to Jupiter have recently launched Jupiter Lend. This is only about 6 months old. I need to switch the wallet that I'm connected to here just for a moment. But effectively, what you'll see here with this strategy is I am earning or supplying Syrup USDC, and I'm effectively able to loop up my exposure to that asset and increase my yield potential. Now, the interest rates in question are always varying. And this is another thing you need to understand when running this type of stablecoin looping strategy, because the supply side APY and the borrow side APY are always in flux. Now, what you'll notice is at this exact moment, the supply side APY I'm earning is 5.4% and the borrow APY is 5%. So I have a plus 0.4% positive interest rate arbitrage, and I'm able to loop up my exposure to that 6.7x in order to be earning 7.6% net APY on this particular strategy. Now, over the past few months, this net APY has actually gone down because just a couple of months ago, the supply APY on the Syrup USDC was actually closer to 6%, and the borrow APY was indeed closer to 4%. So this has come down from 15-16% net APY to 7.6%, but I've earned probably on average here about 12 or 13% net APY on this position over the past few months. And again, in this example, we are supplying Syrup USDC. It is our collateral or supply side asset, and we're borrowing USDC as our debt asset in order to loop up or increase our exposure to Syrup USDC. And just so you're aware, Syrup USDC is a yield-bearing stablecoin where the yield accrues to the token price over time. Okay. Now, this is not a risk-free strategy, but it is a very low-risk strategy. And so what I mean by that is there is still inherent risk involved with multiplying or looping up your exposure here to Syrup USDC. The main risk here would be some kind of depeg event happening. Now, depeg events with well-established stablecoins and yield-bearing stablecoins is rare, but we can't rule out that as a possibility. And so for that reason, there's a couple of additional measures that I take in order to ultimately mitigate risk on the downside in the event of some kind of depeg event. And so what you're seeing here is that I've used a 6.7x multiplier. That 6.7x multiplier is allowing me to earn that 7.7% net final APY. But you'll notice if I scroll down here, the reason I'm using that 6.7x multiplier, even though it will allow me to go up to a 10x multiplier, the reason for that is because I like to leave at least a 5% liquidation buffer here on the position. And you can see that by doing that, at least at this moment with my 6.7x multiplier, I can actually afford a depeg by up to 7.5% here on Syrup USDC before I would even think about getting liquidated on this position. Now, every protocol is different. Some protocols will use time-weighted average pricing and, average out the depeg event over an extended period of time, whether it's 5 or 7 or 12 days. So you'll need to look into that for the respective protocol you're using. But my rule of thumb is that I need to use or leave at least a plus 5% liquidation buffer. And in this case, you can see I have a 7.47% liquidation buffer, meaning I could actually afford a 7.4% drop in Syrup USDC, which is unlikely to happen before I would even start to get liquidated. And because Syrup USDC is a yield-bearing stablecoin, it's extremely unlikely we're going to get that 7.4% depeg happening. Okay, so hopefully the crux of the strategy is making sense to you here, but you can run this across many different protocols. Again, effectively all you're doing is increasing your exposure to that interest rate arbitrage. Again, what happens if this goes against you? Remember, if you have a plus positive net APY with that interest rate arbitrage, it's great because you're multiplying your exposure to that positive interest rate. But if you have a negative interest rate, i.e., let's say you're getting paid 6% on the supply side, but the borrow rate is 7%, that's a net negative minus 1% interest rate arbitrage. By multiplying your exposure to this, you're actually multiplying the losses. And so it's your job as the liquidity provider to monitor this position and monitor the interest rates because they will change and fluctuate over time. And you don't want to be multiplying your exposure to a net negative APY. And so that's been the case over here on this Camino position that I've been running, where you can see that right now it's quoting me a plus net positive APY of 11.32% that I'm earning, but I've actually had a net negative P&L over the first week of running this position. And what that means is, even though at this exact moment is telling me the net APY is plus 11%, over the past 7 to 10 days, as I've been testing this position, it actually has a net negative P&L, meaning that it has been in a net negative APY longer than it has been in a net positive APY over the first 7 days of testing this position. And so the principle is the same here. I'm using Syrup USDC as the supply side asset. I'm using cash stablecoin as the debt side asset that I'm borrowing to loop up and increase my exposure to Syrup USDC. And if I click in to manage this particular position, you can see here, if I scroll down and if we actually go into the info and FAQs or my position here, I think this will give us the actual details on the underlying APYs. You can see that the borrow APY has actually been exceeding the Syrup USDC supply side APY on certain periods here over the past 30 days. And so that is not what you want when you're executing a position like this, because you can end up with a net negative P&L, just like I was showing you over here on this particular position. And so what we can do here, and again, I need to switch the wallet that I'm using here because I am connecting between multiple different wallets when I am running between these different positions. But ultimately, what we want to be doing here is ensuring that we have that net positive APY spread and we're increasing our exposure to that positive APY. So what I would do here, if I wanted to manage this and unwind it to actually go ahead and enter it into a different position, is I can come in here, I can unwind my position in Syrup USDC versus cash by coming to the withdraw position area. I can withdraw the maximum amount, Syrup USDC. I'm going to get returned my capital in the form of Syrup USDC. It's fetching some quotes here to allow me to unwind the position. I'll receive $887 back into my wallet. So let's go ahead and do that very, very quickly so that we can think about actually looping up our exposure in a slightly different syrup USDC interest rate arbitrage stablecoin looping pair on Camino, where we actually have a better net positive APY. So we can see here that the syrup USDC USDS position is paying up to 18% on this particular stablecoin looping strategy. And again, I'm not going to want to use the actual full amount of multiplier here. You can see it will allow me to go up to 8x leverage, but I probably want to be somewhere around 6.3%. Hopefully that's going to give me that at least plus 5% buffer that I want to have on this position. You can see that it's loading the quote here right now. No sustainable quote found. Trying again. So sometimes you can have it's loading. It'll take a minute or two to load the actual quote. You can see here with 6.3x multiplier, it's telling me I'm going to be earning 14.5% net APY. You can also see that I have the other details here, the amount of exposure that I'll have after that 6.3x loop. And you can see that I do also have a 6% liquidation buffer, actually 6.4. So maybe I can get away with going to 6.5x and still have at least a 6% liquidation buffer. That is something I'm pretty comfortable with. That gets me to 14.7% net APY on this particular position. I will let it find the quote here, and then we will enter this position here so that I begin earning 14.7% on this strategy. Remember, that 14.7% is not fixed. You have to watch the variables. You have to watch the interest rates changing, and they're going to be changing every day. And so, like I said, it is going to be your job to monitor and ultimately manage the position based on those interest rates changing over time. You can see now we've deposit successful. We have gone back here and we can look at our live position at the top of the screen here. We have our syrup USDC paired with USDS. We're getting 14.8%. Again, we've just opened the position, so we've got a tiny net negative P&L, but over the next 7 to 10 days, this will move into the positive, and we've got at least that plus 5 to 6% liquidation buffer. So I'm really happy with this. This is how you can implement stablecoin looping in your own portfolios, guys. Make sure to drop a like on the video below if you enjoyed that. Drop any questions below as well, and I'll be happy to answer them. That is it for today's stablecoin looping strategy video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got any value out of this deep dive, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button below right under my finger. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification icon as well. Grab your free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin in the description, and we'll catch you in the next one.